because up there in the great big wide world of open space, we've still got a couple of people trapped. A couple of people stuck. There's fresh concerns now about the NASA astronauts who have been stuck up there for a while. And in fact, so it's time for an update on the International Space Station. Andrew Lound is here, expert on such matters. Andrew, very good morning to you.
Good morning.
You might have to remind me, the two people who were stuck have been stuck up there for how long now?
Yeah, they've been up there over 150 days or so now, so they've been up for quite a while. They're going to be up there a bit longer. Sunita Williams and Wilmore. Their job was to go up there to test fly the Boeing Starliner and expected to be in space for a week or so. Problems with the Starliner spacecraft meant they had to stay longer.
Right.
They had to bring the Starliner back without them because they had to have another spacecraft docking, and they'll just hitch a ride back on another spacecraft in February. So they've been up there longer than they expected.
Yes, and so the concern was that they might not have enough food, or they might have to ration their food, and the reason they're back in the limelight is because Sunita Williams and Wilmore looked pretty good before they went up there on June the 6th, but now there was a picture that came out. I mean, they seem to have plenty of food on the table, but people are saying that Sunita looks a bit gaunt, a bit thin. Is that just a bad camera angle?
Yes, there's plenty of stocks up there, and then they do get resupplied, so there wouldn't be an issue of quantities of food. But pictures have suggested, well, one doctor in the United States has raised this issue, which has been picked up by a lot of other people, suggesting that, in fact, she is losing a lot more body mass than he thinks is healthy for her. When I was asked to come onto this programme, I actually contacted NASA myself directly, and they will not comment on medical issues regarding
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, so what's the current prognosis for when they will come out, or when they come back?
They're coming back in February. The reports are that their health is very good. You've got to remember that they do lose 5% of their body mass while they're in space normally, a long duration, and that's quite notable. And she wasn't a big person anyway, so it'd probably be more pronounced on her when she does lose that. But her cardiac and everything like that is probably okay, because NASA would immediately be putting other operations into place. But in February is when they're due back.
Yeah. So, I mean, if there was something of an emergency, they'd have to find a way of getting them back sooner. I mean, can Elon Musk not help out? And they give him a call.
Yes. Well, yes, I mean, they're coming back on one of his Dragons anyway, but if there was a real problem, then yes, there is a system they could buy if in a desperate emergency to bring them back if their health was in desperate risk. But it probably isn't. But this is the issues you have with long-duration space flight, is the problems of your body. They have to, for those people who are interested, have to have over 3,500 calories a day, because you burn off far more calories in space than you would do down here on Earth.
And why is that?
Because of your movements. Because you're using more of a strain in a weightless environment to move yourself around. It's actually more of a strain. So you actually have to really, really calorie up. It reminded me a lot of the start of the Antarctic expedition. The reason they didn't make it back is they were not taking in enough calories. They were burning more off than they could take in, although they didn't know calories then. But that is the same scenario we've got now.
OK, interesting. Well, great to talk to you, Andrew. Thank you very much indeed for the update. Andrew Lound, astronomer and space expert. No emergency apparently at the moment, but NASA keeping an eye on it, but not commenting on the fact that one of their astronauts, Ms. Sunita Williams, is looking a little bit on the thin side.